Hey folks, it's Jake Davis with an on-the-fly review for you, and today I'm talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife, which hits theaters today. This movie is directed by Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, who directed the original films, who is also a multi-time Academy Award nominated director himself. I mean, his dad is not, but he is. And I believe an Oscar-nominated screenwriter as well. This movie stars... oh damn. I can never remember. One of the Finns. There's Finn Wolfrock, Finn Whitrock, Wolf. There's a Fenwick, Wolf Hard Rock. It's between Dandy on Dandy on American Horror Story and Richie in the It movies. I get the names mixed up all the time. But it's the kid. It's the Richie kid. It's him, young McKenna Grace, Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Annie Potts, Bokeem Woodbine, J.K. Simmons, and Olivia Wilde as Gozer. This is a sequel to the original Ghostbusters films, completely negating the 2016 film, which was phenomenally awful film, massive box office bomb, and a lot of critics are now criticizing this. I'll get to that. The critics are criticizing this movie now, mainly because it doesn't continue that. Why would you continue a failed strategy? It's like, yeah, sure, I liked Green Lantern 2011, but if they're going to do another Green Lantern movie, why would you follow that? That was a box office dud. No one went to see it, and a lot of people didn't like it at all. So why continue from that? It doesn't make financial sense. The original Ghostbusters films, even the sequel, which in all fairness wasn't half as good as the original. The first one is bona fide blockbuster, a genuine classic. I don't know what the fuck I said with a clop. It's not a flop at all. It was a genuine phenomenon of its time. Kind of taken, the not quite ready for primetime players are now doing, not all of them, but that kind of the modern era of doing, but it's like Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, but a big budget. You know what I mean? Or when the East Side Kids would go to a haunted house with Bela Lugosi. These kind of old movies existed. And to be fair, I kind of feel like that's what all three following Ghostbusters missed the most. That kind of old school comedy, old school energy of comedy films. That, it's just not there. Anyhow, the whole premise here is, shortly after the death of Egon Spengler, his family, a handful of relatives left he has, which is his daughter and his grandkids, move out to Oklahoma to basically tend to his affairs. His wife is, they're like flat broke. They've just gotten evicted, and going through a divorce. It's kind of turned to a situation, well, I guess we're just going to stay at Grandpa's old farm for a while. Get to know this weird, eccentric kind of small town around there and the weird, bizarre, satanic history it has. And of course, Egon was here for a reason. There's major demonic paranormal activity around there, and he had been containing it. Now with him gone, it's instantly starting to boil back to the surface. And as the kids realize that their grandfather was this legendary Ghostbuster, they basically take up the mantle and take charge and save the world. And yeah, the old boys get back in there for a little bit. Are their cameos forced and maybe even unnecessary? Yeah, maybe. But the truth is, it's not always a bad thing to give people what they want. You know what I mean? This is what people wanted. Nobody wanted a Kristen Wiig sequel. And that is another thing I say about it's something like I say about the 2016 movie. I always thought that That problem with the movie wasn't it was all girls. It was that it completely ignored the original films, was for no reason whatsoever both anti-man and for some reason anti-capitalist, just to throw that in there, I guess. It wasn't funny, it was super lazy, and literally every person involved, Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon, Chris Hemsworth, even Paul Feig, all these people, you expect better of them, and it was just bad. It was a clear cash grab that almost seemed to resent the fact that they had IP that they had to somehow connect to or acknowledge. There was no love for Ghostbusters in that Ghostbusters movie, and that is not the case with this. You can feel it coming through the camera. As soon as you see the studio logos, you hear Elmer Bernstein's score and just instantly puts you in the mood. You're ready for Ghostbusters. You know what you were watching. I thought this was an endearing love letter. Should there be a sequel to this, or is this just a what's the word I'm looking for? A redemption of the series. You know what I mean? I remember in 2009, like when that game came out, celebrating the 25th anniversary. Everyone loved it. It was great, and it triggered this instant demand. People want a new Ghostbusters movie now. And when it finally came out, it broke everyone's heart. So people were owed this. And yeah, sure, I said to my wife earlier that even though it takes place in the Midwest and the main characters are children, it still feels far more like a Ghostbusters movie because it has that appreciation and love and still has that kind of same offbeat, dry-faced humor. Deadpan humor, I should say. Instead of going for wackiness or slapstick or just forced SNL awkwardness, which is never funny to me, and then, but not to say there's no wackiness. It's Ghostbusters. Somebody's gonna get slimed, you know that. But I loved it. I give this 5 stars. I didn't know what to expect going into this movie, but I was very, very pleased. And there's one scene in the third act, one moment in the third act, that will damn near bring you to tears. I loved it. Highly recommend it. Go see Ghostbusters Afterlife. Take your family. Have a good time. Oh, come here. Ah. It's my baby one, my little Elmo. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all check out this movie. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.
But, Batman.
Going after the Batman.